The episode opens with a bomb nobody saw coming. Jasmine is fired, and the word deportation hangs over her like a storm cloud. You can feel the tension immediately. Cameras catch her stepping out, her eyes wide, shoulders tense. The kind of moment that makes you wonder if anything on this show will ever feel safe again. And just when you think the chaos might settle, Yara is gone. She leaves the country without warning, packing her bags in silence, disappearing from everyone's radar. It's the kind of sudden move that makes you pause and ask, how far will these consequences go? The energy on screen is almost unbearable. You can see it ripple through the other cast members. Joy looks stunned, caught between sympathy and shock, her face barely hiding the flood of emotions underneath. Lauren seems almost calculating, trying to process what this means for her own stability, for the tension that's about to hit her doorstep. Andre and Elizabeth exchange glances that say 1,000 words without uttering one. The air is thick, heavy with uncertainty, and you can feel the stakes climbing with every frame. Fans online are already erupting. Hashtags start trending within minutes. Clips of Jasmine's public apology swirl everywhere, sparking debates about whether she's sincere or playing damage control. Meanwhile, Yara's departure triggers a mix of heartbreak and speculation. Social media becomes this storm of theories, each one louder than the last. Every reaction feels amplified because the consequences are real, not just scripted drama. And then there's the question nobody can ignore. What does this mean for the rest of the cast and for the show itself? Every relationship is suddenly under a microscope. Every interaction loaded with tension. Wait until you see how one apology turns the tables completely. Last episode left everyone talking. Tensions were sky high, fights were messy, and trust was hanging by the thinnest of threads. You remember the awkward dinner scenes, right? Where Lauren tried to keep the peace, but somehow ended up stirring the pot even more? And Joy, bless her heart, was caught in the middle, trying to be rational while chaos ran wild around her. Fans went straight to social media, dissecting every glance, every whisper. It was one of those episodes where you felt like you were living inside the drama with them. The cliffhangers from that episode are still fresh. Andre and Elizabeth's arguments over communication left viewers wondering if there's any hope left for them. Jasmine had already been walking a tightrope, but now, with the firing looming, her actions are under a microscope like never before. And Yara's emotional turmoil from last week's fallout was still simmering. Everyone could sense something big was about to happen, even if no one knew exactly what. Now, the current episode opens with that massive shock. Jasmine has officially been fired, and the word deportation isn't just floating in the background, it's front and center. The tension isn't just on screen anymore. This is real-life, high stakes, spilling into reality TV drama. Meanwhile, Yara has vanished from the US, leaving a trail of questions, heartbreak, and a little bit of fan panic. Her sudden exit makes you wonder if anyone will ever see her back on the show in the same way. And social media? Oh, it's a circus. Fans are tweeting, posting, and creating viral clips faster than the episode can even finish airing. The apology debate is trending, with people questioning whether Jasmine is actually sorry or just trying damage control. Meanwhile, Yara's departure has fueled fan theories that range from heartbreak to she saw it coming and got out in time. Every angle is being analyzed, and every reaction adds another layer to the tension. The energy among the remaining cast is intense. Lauren is trying to stay calm, but clearly has her radar up. Joy is torn between empathy and frustration, reacting to everyone's choices while dealing with her own. And Andre and Elizabeth? They're quietly bracing themselves for the storm that's about to hit. It's one of those moments where you realize nothing is going back to normal anytime soon. But the moment you think this drama is settling, everything explodes again. Jasmine walks into this episode carrying the weight of the entire cast's expectations, and honestly, the viewers are holding their breath too. Her apology scene hits first, and you can see it in her eyes. There's a mix of shame, fear, and maybe a touch of regret. Her voice shakes, her hands fidget, and every word seems measured. But is it genuine? Fans are split already. Some say it's heartfelt, others think it's a carefully crafted performance for the cameras. Either way, it's impossible to look away. The firing isn't just drama, it's real consequences spilling into reality. The network clearly isn't holding back. Contracts get broken, reputations are on the line, and Jasmine's legal situation adds a layer of tension no one saw coming. Deportation isn't a word you throw around lightly, and here it is, hanging over her like a storm cloud. Simple terms, she could face serious restrictions on her ability to work or even stay in the U.S. The stakes are not just about a TV appearance anymore. They are personal, professional, and very real. Watching her navigate this is fascinating. One moment she's apologizing on camera, the next she's pacing backstage, likely replaying every decision that led here. Every gesture, every glance tells a story. Even her small smiles feel strained, and every fan reaction online amplifies the pressure. People are analyzing everything: her tone, her posture, the timing of her apology. Social media is buzzing. Hashtags are trending. TikTok clips are going viral. Everyone has an opinion, and the split is dramatic. And the suspense is relentless. What happens after this? Will Jasmine fight the firing? Can she salvage her future on the show? Or even in the country? These are questions that keep both fans and the cast guessing. You see the anxiety ripple through the others. Lauren watches with quiet calculation. Joy reacts with empathy but confusion. And even Andre and Elizabeth can't help but speculate behind the scenes. The episode keeps teasing answers but refuses to deliver them all at once, which keeps tension high and viewers glued to every frame. There's also a fascinating psychology layer here. Watching someone face legal consequences while under public scrutiny creates an emotional cocktail for the audience. We're drawn in, polarized, and emotionally invested all at once. It's part curiosity, part judgment, and part empathy. And Jasmine, knowingly or not, is at the center of it. Every choice she makes will be debated, dissected, and memed. Just when you think it's over, her next move shocks everyone. Yara's departure hits like a wave you can't ignore. She doesn't announce it with fanfare, there's no dramatic speech, but the way she packs her things, glances around the room, and slips out quietly speaks volumes. Joy notices immediately. Her face tightens, a flicker of panic in her eyes. You can see her mind racing through every possible consequence. Every hug, every lingering glance is loaded with unspoken emotion. And Lauren? She stands slightly apart, arms crossed, scanning the room as if trying to predict what comes next. The tension is subtle, but palpable. Small gestures tell the story just as loudly as words. Yara hesitates at the doorway, fingers brushing the doorknob, taking a deep breath. Joy reaches for her arm, a soft pull, hesitant. The camera lingers on their expressions, capturing the raw uncertainty. The energy shifts in that room. You feel it even from the screen. It's quiet chaos, a heartbreak wrapped in everyday movements. No yelling, no dramatics, just the emotional weight of a departure. Fans are exploding online. Social media lights up with speculation and debate. Some sympathize with Yara, saying she's making the only choice that makes sense for her mental health and future. Others worry about what this means for the group dynamic. Trending clips show the subtle pauses, the quiet goodbyes, and comments range from supportive to shocked. TikTok videos are already dissecting every gesture, every glance, with captions like, "Did Yara just end it all?" And the exit everyone saw coming but didn't expect. Every fan has an opinion, and the room's tension mirrors that polarization. Backstage, whispers fill the air. Crew members note Yara's quiet demeanor, her careful movements, and the barely there smiles. It's clear she wants to leave on her own terms, but the ripple effect on the cast is undeniable. Joy's reaction mixes sorrow with frustration. Lauren's expressions shift between concern and calculation. Even Andre and Elizabeth are drawn into the uncertainty, wondering how the absence of one cast member will reshape the relationships on screen. Every eye is on Yara, and every subtle move feels amplified. And then comes the question nobody can answer yet. Is this permanent or a temporary break? Will Yara return for future episodes, or has she quietly closed a chapter in this saga? The tension hangs, unresolved, as fans continue to theorize, replay scenes, and discuss every minute detail. The uncertainty fuels engagement, making every future episode a must-watch. You won't believe how one simple goodbye changes the game entirely. The moment Yara leaves, the ripple effect hits the rest of the cast like a storm. Joy's emotions are raw, swinging between sadness, anger, and confusion. You can see her replaying every interaction, questioning what she could have done differently. Her loyalty to Yara is obvious, but there's an edge of frustration too. It's that mix of caring deeply and feeling blindsided that makes her reaction so human. Lauren, on the other hand, operates with a quiet calculation. She doesn't yell, she doesn't cry, but every comment she drops seems designed to test the waters. There's a tension in her body language, a glance here, a half smile there, as if she's already planning her next move. Fans watching can't help but notice it. Is she genuinely concerned, or is she strategically positioning herself for the fallout? Either way, it keeps the room buzzing. Other cast members are quietly processing in their own ways. Andre and Elizabeth exchange subtle nods, trying to stay neutral. But even their expressions hint at judgment and curiosity. The power of observation is on full display. You notice who avoids eye contact, who lingers too long, and who suddenly finds excuses to step out. Every small action feels loaded. And here's where the drama sharpens. Tensions between loyalty and jealousy start to surface. Joy's protectiveness clashes with Lauren's subtle manipulations. Every comment, even a casual one, is analyzed and reanalyzed. Body language becomes a silent argument, more potent than any words could be. Fans online are dissecting every eyebrow raise, every sigh, and posting theories like it's a chess match. It's behavior under a microscope. But it's not all tension. There's a touch of humor in the chaos, too. Some reactions are over the top. Think exaggerated hand gestures or dramatic pauses that make you pause and chuckle while still feeling the weight of the conflict. The blend of empathy and humor keeps viewers engaged because the emotions are real, but human overreactions are relatable. And then there's that subtle warning, a line dropped by Lauren that shifts the room's energy. It's not overt, but it's loaded, hinting at potential confrontation or secrets to come. You feel the suspense building. The cast is visibly unsettled, fans are speculating, and every glance now carries extra weight. It's a simmering storm of emotions, strategies, and human behavior, all in a single room. And then Lauren drops a line that makes everyone question her motives. The moment news of Jasmine's firing and Yara's departure hits the public, social media erupts like a volcano. Twitter lights up with heated debates. Some fans defend Jasmine, calling her apology heartfelt, while others declare her actions unforgivable. The threads spiral fast, with memes and reaction videos piling on in minutes. Instagram stories show fans replaying every clip, analyzing every expression, and speculating about what's really going on behind the scenes. TikTok takes it to another level, with dramatic reenactments, lip-sync rants, and polls asking viewers who they side with. The audience splits almost instantly. One camp empathizes with Jasmine, focusing on the human side of the story, the stress, the mistakes, the legal pressure. Another camp hammers on the consequences, questioning her sincerity and warning about future trust issues. Yara's fans are equally vocal. Her sudden exit is framed both as heartbreak and betrayal. Every comment section becomes a mini battlefield of opinions. Fan polls spike across platforms. Was Jasmine's apology genuine? And would you leave under the same pressure? Dominate timelines. People argue passionately over hypotheticals, projecting themselves into situations they can only imagine. Every post fuels more reactions, keeping the story alive well beyond the aired episode. There's a fascinating psychological element at play. Online reactions amplify the stakes for the cast. Public opinion isn't abstract, it becomes part of the pressure cooker. Cast members are aware of what's trending, and each comment or viral clip feeds their next move. Fans can make or break reputations in real time, and the speed of social media keeps tension high. Some posts lean toward humor, exaggerating minor moments for comedic effect, while others are deeply emotional, capturing heartbreak or anger. The spectrum of reactions keeps viewers glued. It's a mix of empathy, schadenfreude, and pure curiosity. Everyone wants to see the consequences unfold in real life after watching them online. And here's where things escalate. Online speculation starts affecting the narrative itself. Fans predict confrontations, plan reaction videos, and even suggest what might happen in future episodes. Social media becomes a secondary storyline, amplifying the drama in a way that makes it feel bigger than the show alone. Every like, retweet, and comment feeds a cycle of tension and suspense, drawing viewers further in. Fans are split, but the online reactions are about to get even messier. Behind the cameras, the tension is nothing short of electric. Production meetings reportedly went long into the night, as crew members debated how to handle Jasmine's firing and Yara's exit. Contracts and legal obligations suddenly aren't just paperwork. They shape every next move. Every scene, every line, every apology is filtered through rules that most viewers never see. The show's network has to balance drama with liability, making sure nothing crosses legal lines while still keeping viewers hooked. Some insiders hint at behind-the-scenes arguments about how much of Jasmine's public apology could air. Was it genuine or carefully staged for maximum impact? Even small decisions like the order of confessionals, camera angles, and which reactions get highlighted can amplify tension. One subtle glance in a scene suddenly becomes a headline on TikTok. Fans don't know this, but these production choices are like dominoes. One cut or edit can escalate the emotional fallout. Contract disputes reportedly added fuel to the fire. If a cast member violates rules, there can be immediate consequences, from fines to restricted appearances in promos. Jasmine's legal and professional situation made these negotiations high stakes, and the network had to decide how to present her without jeopardizing ongoing contracts. Yara's departure created its own ripple. Crew members had to adjust schedules, reshoot scenes, and reframe storylines to account for an absence nobody anticipated. Even the smallest backstage gestures have meaning. Whispers in hallways, delayed exits, or quiet expressions can hint at alliances or brewing conflict. Fans watching online might interpret these as emotional moments, but behind the scenes, they are carefully monitored, noted, and sometimes even nudged by producers to maximize narrative tension. Hints of what's next keep curiosity alive. Rumors circulate that some cast members could return under certain conditions, or that contract negotiations might affect who even appears in the next season. The stakes go beyond personal drama. Careers, reputations, and public perception are all on the line. Every choice, even a minor statement, is calculated for both real-life consequences and narrative impact. And here's where the real secrets make you question everything you saw on screen.